Lesson-Allison Bennett. I'm going to show you how I play Morrissey's Every Day is Like Sunday. It sounds great on acoustic or electric. It's got an intro, a verse, a chorus, a bridge, and an outro. You can't really hear the guitar all that well in the recording, and there's a lot of keyboard. And I'm going to show you how to play just the basic chords as well as some of those keyboard riffs, so it sounds a little bit more like the song. So let's get started. Starting with the intro, I'll show you the most simple way to play it first. It's a C to a C7. C7 is just like a C, but your pinky is down on the 3rd string, 3rd fret. Strum each chord 8 times, downstrokes. However, when you listen to the recording, you can hear the guitar is doing a melody in there. So if you want to incorporate the guitar riff into the strumming, you can do something more like this. So for that, you're going to continue with the C as usual, 8 strums on the C. When you get to the C7, instead of 8 strums, do 6 strums. C, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then simultaneously lift up your pinky and bar your first finger so that you're barring at the 1st string, 1st fret. Strum the top few strings, then unbar it so that it's a regular C. So I'm going to play that slowly. Then for the second time, it's a little bit different. The C is 8 strums. The C7, instead of 6, like you just did, it's 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then do that move where you're barring and 3 strums there. So 1, 2. The 3rd strum is going to end at the 2nd string, so the melody is. So let me play that whole intro slowly for you with the guitar riff incorporated. Next is the verse. It's going to use a lot of basic chords. We're going to go over the chords first, and then I'll add some of the keyboard part in there a little bit later. So let's get started. First, I'm just going to play the verse without talking. Here we go. So it starts with a C. And take your first finger off for C major 7th. Then F major 7th over C. So you've got first finger on C on the 1st fret, 2nd string. 2nd finger on A on the 2nd fret, 3rd string. 3rd finger on C on the 3rd fret, 5th string, and pinky right underneath it on F on the 3rd fret, 4th string. I do an F major 7th. So some people just do a regular F. I think both of them sound good. And then we go back to the C major 7th, to the F major 7th. So that repeats. Next we go to an F. I do an F over C, or you can do a full bar chord. That's the seaside town part. To a G, C, forgot, and then F again. minor to F over C. And it goes to the chorus. Now when it goes to the A minor, you can hear the keyboard string patch starts to go. And then it gets louder as it goes to the F. So you can add that in if you want. I like to do it over the F. But you can do it over the A minor and the F if you want. It's whatever you'd like to do. So I'm going to take it from the top of the verse and I'm going to add in that melody part. C major 7, F major 7th over C. Back to C major 7th, comes sooner, F major 7th, F, G, C, F, A minor. It goes into the chorus. So the chorus is actually the easiest part. It's 3 chords, C, G, and F. Every day is like Sunday. Now for the F, I actually do an F major 7th over C. And then I add that little melody in. It's really loud on the song. You really do want to hear it. So it's 1 measure of C, 1 measure of G, and then 2 measures of the F. 2 measures of the F if you're skipping the melody. If you do the melody, do 1 measure of F, 3, 4, and then I'm going to hear that first string in the strum. And then 2nd string D on the 3rd fret and C on the 1st fret, 2nd string. So you can incorporate those notes in your strum. But you have to be careful not to strum the 4th string, which I actually did by accident because that D doesn't sound very good. So do that, or you could do just strumming the top 3 strings. And next is the bridge. It's just going to be strumming. I'm going to play it first without talking. Into the chorus from there. So it starts on an A minor. All of these chords are going to be 2 measures. So it's A minor to C, to A minor, and wait, I just lied. It's not 2 measures. It's 1 measure on this next G and 1 measure of G7. If you've never done a G7 before, you got your first finger on F on the 1st string, 1st fret. 2nd finger on B on the 2nd fret, 5th string, and 3rd finger on G on the 6th string, 3rd fret. Some people play G like this, and then the transition to G7 is really easy. So moving on, after the G7, we go to an F. I just did a full F chord. You can do that, or you can do F over C. Then G. To the F and back to the G. So that part repeats. And that's the bridge. So we've gone over the intro, verse, chorus, and bridge. And this song, like many of his songs, follow that traditional song form of intro, verse, chorus, bridge, extended chorus. So we are at the end now, the extended chorus and the outro, and there's a loud string patch keyboard part that I'm going to show you. So it's a chorus after the bridge. It's C, G, F. But then towards the end, you're going to want to start doing So here's that outro melody if you choose to try it. First, I'm just going to show you what the melody is in single notes, and then we will incorporate them into the chords. So the last bit was part of the chorus that you've probably already been doing. So we want to make those notes the highest notes of our chord. So when we're doing the C, instead of strumming through to the first string, just strum to that second string. And what I like to do is put a finger on the first string to make sure I don't hit it by accident. Then for the G, I'm going to do my G like this, because we don't actually need the first string, because again, we're going to be muting it. And the first finger comes to the second string and open. So far we have this. And then for the F, the melody note is the third string. So I'm just going to strum the F major 7th over C to the third string. It's only 3 strings, 5, 4, and 3. And then we're going to do the melody that we did earlier with the rest of the chorus. So all together. So that's it. Those are all the parts to Every Day is Like Sunday. I hope you enjoy playing it. It's a great song for intermediate players to try. Thanks for your support with the channel. Please click like and subscribe and all that stuff, and leave me a comment below if you have any requests. See you next time.